And the spokesman, man, we back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as it broke into the algorithm and up and down the timeline yesterday that unfortunately Game was hit with some news that he would have to hand over his $4 million Calabasas mansion to pay towards an unsettled debt that we've been seeing in the news and the headlines for about 10 years now, where he was accused of sexually assaulting a woman while filming a reality TV dating show that he had going on. And we've seen this pop up time and time again. They would accuse Game of allegedly trying to get around paying it, not giving the money up. Then the court would grant this lady some type of situation. But now they took it to the point of coming directly for Game's home. And All Hip Hop has all the reports and the documents with this. Game has officially lost his multi-million-dollar Calabasas estate after a judge approved its sale to help cover the $7.13 million judgment awarded to Priscilla Rainey. Rainey sued the rapper in 2015 over an alleged sexual assault during the filming of his VH1 reality show, She's Got Game. The Game denied the allegations but failed to appear in court during a 2016 trial, leading to a default judgment. The jury awarded her $1.13 million in compensatory damages for the alleged assault and $6 million in punitive damages after he was accused of mocking the court by blowing off the trial entirely. The Los Angeles County Superior Court granted Rainey's request to sell the property on May 2nd, 2025 after years of legal wrangling and failed attempts by Game to avoid payment. The rapper argued that the house was protected under California's homestead exemption, ruling that the property is legally owned by JTT Holdings, LLC, not by Game himself. According to the ruling, Game may have an equity interest in JTT Holdings, but that doesn't confer up him an interest in the property. Rainey also successfully argued that JTT Holdings was just a shell company created by Game and his manager, Whack 100, to keep the residents out of his name and out of her reach. Rainey has aggressively pursued collection efforts of her $7 million judgment. She has seized his music royalties and targeted other assets tied to Game's businesses and intellectual property. According to Zillow, the property is currently valued at approximately $4,037,500. If it sells at that price, the Game would still owe Rainey nearly $3 million. And they put it all up in the reports right there. And this is one of them ones that I say that I'm getting hip to this information. And sometimes these things happen in a way. I'm not saying the Game actually did that to the girl with the sexual assault. Supposedly it touched on her, nothing like that. But him not going to court is the lesson that's learned right here. This is what you take from this, because it's 10 years in the game now for a Game, no pun intended, where, hey, 10 years deep in this, they still coming for that money that you lost to court because it's documented. The judge ruled in her favor. She gonna be able to try to come for that until it's paid off. And now they saying, hey, Game, you gotta sell that highs. Now, I'm pretty sure he can come with a way to try like counter block it, maybe, but once the judge ruled it, bro, it's gonna get to the point where the people gonna be at your door forcing you to get up out of there. Get all your belongings, gather everything. This house is no longer yours, and there's nothing you can do about it then. All you can do is try to make it harder for her. So by him not going to court, is what made this get raised up to that extra 6 right there back in that time. And you might think in your life, in your mind, this ain't important. Who cares, man? They trying to put me on some sexual assault stuff, nigga. I ain't never did nothing like that. I ain't never moved like that. But this is a lesson to be learned, because I don't know how all this stuff works. I don't be having all this information. Man, you better go to court, and your lawyers got to advise you, hey, going to court is mandatory right here, because these damages and these other fees, you showing disrespect towards the court, they'll go for the gusto on you, and you gonna have to come off that money if you play with these people inside of these courtrooms and things. I tell people like this right here, bro, this is a tough one, dog, because they say you still gonna have to owe that money. Even if you sell the house for $4 million, which as if it go for that, you still gonna have to come off more paper in the end. You can wiggle and finesse and play with these type of games, but they going for the gusto on you. It's already put inside the courtrooms, man. Game was one of them rappers that when that nigga came out, I most definitely was jamming. Most definitely was seen as the face of the West Coast. Most definitely seen as one of the niggas in the game, one of the top artists. Most definitely was spitting and rapping. But as of late, things like this happening right here. It's like, wow, bro, what is really going on, man? This right here is $7 million, man, over something that a nigga ain't even get to smash, something that a nigga didn't even. I don't know if he did or didn't, or try if they really messed around or what. But filming a reality TV show, this is not the way you want to go, bro. To this be the end result of that. And I mean, I know reality TV shows was like the little wave, and you still got all that chaos going on right now with that type of stuff. But that'll show you, that's putting you in a situation that you can take a major L in. Because sometimes, and I'm not saying this for the girl, I don't know what happened with her because I wasn't there. But sometimes them things can put you in a bad predicament like that, bro. That's tough, bro. That's tough. We'll see what happens. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos. We just get hip to this information ourselves, bro. And I've learned this in real time, man. Got to make sure you go to court with stuff like that, dog, because, taking everything you own, music royalties, that's a tough one. Everything you work for going to somebody else now, bro. Got to try to avoid these type of situations at all costs, my nigga. Don't no man want to go out like this where you grinding, you got kids, you got loved ones, you got responsibility. Gabe just had a newborn baby, and now your highs and everything you got and your stuff, they just try to cough up everything they can. And, Game doing what he do, Game making money. Game is not going to be a bum out on the streets, of course. We know that's not the case, but just knowing that, like, hey, I got this $7 million situation lingering over me just to pay this girl, and she ain't put in no work for this, no matter what happened between us or not. But tell me what y'all think. We got both coming, both videos, all that 1,000 for shit shows.
A great opportunity.
Are you allowed to talk about what's going on in the lawsuit?
To a limit, yes.
Okay, what are the charges?
Sexual assault.
Sexual assault's pretty
It's
serious.
Yeah, and it should be. And there's other things I could be suing for, but I'm gonna stick to what's most important.
All right, see, I'm tiptoeing now because I don't want to say the wrong thing. Now,
Don't worry.
sexual assault. Are we talking rape?
No. See, I actually just recently did.
Struggling with complicated content and editing software? I was too. Riverside really simplified things. Riverside makes the entire process easy, from recording to editing to streaming without having to jump from